Hey everybody, Sammy here with SFI Sports Cards, back with another video. Today is July 21st, and I am actually a little worn out today because I woke up in the middle of the night around 2:30, let's say. Couldn't sleep. Why? Because I was thinking about baseball cards. No lie, for like 2 hours. But anyway, today we are going to take time for a shout out to DoubleD Vintage Baseball Cards. Now, I don't want to say he's doing a great job because he's been doing great things for a long time. What I mean by that is he's a lifelong collector like myself, and he's passionate about what he does, and you can tell by his content. So, if you're watching my channel, it's a safe bet you know his channel. Awesome, awesome, awesome work he's doing for the vintage community. So, this video is for his 500 subscriber contest, where he's giving away a handmade PSA or SGC holder where you can put a card of your choice in as a display. That's an awesome idea. I get cards slabbed just so I can display them, so that is a great idea. I'm a fairly new subscriber to his channel, and I've heard his content is top notch, so I checked it out and I can't disagree. I like to help out other channels if I can. Most of them are bigger, much bigger than mine, as if I just started not too long ago. But it's all about the love of vintage. Taking us back to simpler times where, I remember sitting on the baseball diamond, on the bench during practices, after games, ripping open baseball cards. I actually played at a time where we didn't even have dugouts, just benches behind the foul lines. But it was an amazing time. And sometimes I wish I could go back to 1985 again, eating Bazooka Joe bubblegum, reading the comics inside, hating my friends because they pulled a Don Mattingly and I didn't. We didn't care if it was his second year, third year, sixth year, Donruss, Topps, Fleer base cards. We didn't care. It was Donnie baseball. And that's all that mattered. I actually wanted to make this video regardless if it was a contest or not. So what a perfect time to do it. So here's the story of my selection. I bought a subscription box, which I don't really buy anymore. Just I wanted to rip packs at the time. I won't reveal which subscription box. Not sure why I won't, but I won't. But I had about 15 to 20 packs, and I was getting nothing. I mean, I was getting tons of 93 Donruss, 85 Fleer, 82 Fleer, 95 Score, just over and over again. No knock on those cards, because I love all vintage cards. Some I wouldn't consider vintage, but that has nothing to do with anything. But I'm down to the last 2 packs in this box. And so far, these were the 2 best cards I had up to this point. I had this 1974 Bob Boone second year. And I consider Bob Boone a very underrated player. So Aaron Boone, if you're watching, props to your dad. And the other card was this 1985 Fleer Tony Gwynn, which I don't have to explain who he is. Everybody should know that. So, the last 2 packs. So, in the middle of this, I think it was the second to last pack. In the middle of this pack, I see this. This is what I see. Look at the bottom right here. I see red legs. Cincinnati. Like, oh, okay, so this is old. 50s, probably. If it says red legs, then, you know. So then I see this. Try not to screw this up here. S-O-N for the last name. And I just freeze because I already know who it is. And if it isn't what I think it is, then I'm throwing these cards out the freaking window because I just got trolled. And so I did end up getting the 1958 second year Frank Robinson. Now, I am a huge Frank Robinson vintage supporter. I think his cards are amazing. He was amazing. I don't have to list off his accomplishments because hopefully you know them by now. Plus, he wasn't called the judge for nothing. He ruled every clubhouse he was in. Why? Because of respect. This guy just carried himself, you know, admirably. He held people accountable for what they did on the field, off the field. And he was one of the biggest ambassadors of the game of baseball after his playing and managing days were over. So, I decided to get this card graded. And I knew it wasn't in the best shape. You got some rounded corners there, you know. As you can see. But I didn't care. Yes, it was in a repack, so obviously it's going to have some wear here and there. But I'm slabbing this. So I'm expecting like a 1.5, probably, because at the time I didn't have much grading experience, and so I didn't really know what to expect, so I went on the low end. But this is what it came back as. A 3.5. Just look at the deep colors on this card. It's amazing. Centered, great. Looks awesome. And 58s are one of my favorite sets of all time. But the real reason why I picked this card, I have cards earlier than this. I have cards worth more than this, in better shape. But it's the fact that I did not buy this card graded. I didn't buy this card raw. I pulled it out of a pack. I pulled it out of a pack just like I was sitting on that bench back in 1985. And my reaction was pretty much the same, just utter hysteria. So, that's my selection and the reason for it. It was an amazing experience. I hope all of you get to enjoy this amazing hobby of vintage cards. So, go immediately to Dylan's channel. Don't wait. Don't eat. Don't sleep. Don't put on a movie. Go to DoubleD's Vintage Cards and just experience the love of vintage cards. That's what I did, and it was awesome. So, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys very soon in the next video. Be safe, everybody.